Hello, parents. I want to talk to y'all about a little thing called student code of conduct, student handbooks, and basically student standardized dress or dress code. And the reason I'm bringing this up because, of course, these issues come up year to year, and it's a really sticky situation for districts because of the way they try to word these particular policies. And they are policies, and they're not laws, they're not rules, they're not regulations. These are policies. These are corporate guidelines that they have written up with the false pretense of making you think that these are something that if you do not follow them, some type of recompense or some type of retribution will be done to you for such an offense. But let me go kind of into the school handbooks. Now, school handbooks are usually, roughly about maybe 20, 30 pages long and have all the guidelines that the school district goes by. And it's usually broken down into subjects. Now, I would definitely suggest to any parent, read these thoroughly. Read the language it's put into. Do not just take these handbooks at face value. The reason why is because as soon as you do not understand what that particular policy is stating, as soon as you sign the handbook acknowledgement form stating that you understand, agree, and abide to adhere to the policies or the rules and regulations of the school district, you're legally in a bind. So read everything very carefully. Do not take their words at face value. The best way that you can protect yourself is to go ahead and change the acknowledgement form. Now, the acknowledgement form in the back of a student handbook is basically a contract. It's a contract between you and the school district in order, basically saying that you and your child will go ahead and follow what the school district tells your child, and you are responsible for whatever they do. Now, what I like to do, where it says that I, it has to put your print parent name, agree and abide by all rules, I cross that out. I will agree and elect to comply within reason. Make sure you put that statement just as. Anything else that needs to be marked out, mark it out. And then sign your name and date it. Thus, you have changed the meaning of the contract in your favor, where the school district can't come back and say, well, you signed this and you agreed to it and like that. Well, now mine says I elect to comply within reason. So that's a protection for you parents. Now, code of conduct. Code of conduct basically is set to where your child has to act a certain way. Code of conduct is basically also a guideline. These are not rules. These are not hard and fast, regulations. And basically, your child should have a sense of right and wrong already. But if you see that your child is being disciplined for code of conduct violations, ask what the particular subject of the violation was. Excuse me, I had to think there for a moment. And pretty much find out all the facts. If it's not something valid and they got your child disciplined, you can have that removed from their record. As the parent and as full partners of the education system, that is our right. Standardized dress codes. Now, this is my favorite part, where we basically, as parents, get told what our children are going to wear at school. what is acceptable, what's not acceptable to the school district, and what we're going to purchase because that's what the school wants for your children to wear. Well, I'm not too thrilled about 5 people on a school board telling me how to dress my child or how my child is to present themselves in school. Especially being a native parent, we're a little different in the way that we see the world around us. But I'm speaking in general as a parent. So school dress code standardized, when it says standardized dress code, that's not a hard and fast rule. That is actually a voluntary guideline that you as parents may elect to follow. Now, I've heard of enforcement of dress codes, and I feel that that's a load of bunk. No school district can really enforce a dress code. This is not a military installation where they can enforce a dress code. This is not a prison where they can enforce a dress code. Even though that a school is a government facility, it is a public facility. And you cannot tell the public, well, gee, I think that all people should wear black suits to work today because that's what the United States government says that you have to wear. We are teaching our kids a very bad precedent here. And our schools are facilitating that. So when your child gets in violation of a dress code, make sure that you know what the violation is and the specifics of that violation. If it's not written in the handbook, it is not a proper violation. Therefore, cannot be enforced. So, these are some of the things that our schools are using, and I'm seeing a lot of school-to-prison pipelines starting to form. If we, as parents, the true owners of the American education system, don't take action here and allow our school systems to run the system the way they feel like they should run it, then we're going to have a problem. Our business is going to fail, and our business is educating those young minds. So, parents, become owners. Do not sit back and let your management team run things. So again, make sure you understand your school handbook, you understand the code of conduct, and you understand what is and is not acceptable under standardized dress codes. This will help you in the long run. I hope that this is some valuable information and helps a lot of y'all out. Alright, y'all be peaceful.